That's right. It's happening. It's Scary Sunday, and it's Wednesday. Apologies for not uploading an episode last week. I had a really intense weekend. I ended up going out on Saturday night, and then I was just like so tired on Sunday. And I also remember that I had posted on my story that I was going to switch to Scary Saturdays. I have since vetoed that decision. It's going to remain Scary Sundays, and Saturdays are going to be my day of rest. Let's see how well I can stick to that because I'm kind of workaholic. I'll keep you guys posted. But I did not want to miss the first Sunday that the first Scary Sunday or Saturday that I promised you guys. So I'm uploading a couple days late, and there'll be one this coming weekend as well. So this week's topic is about inspiration. And I've been thinking a lot lately because, this year, one of the things that I'm feeling into is right for me is really tapping more into speaking, sharing insight, potentially putting together some online courses for you guys around meditation, how to access your creativity, how to access your authentic power and authentic parts of your personality. Things that I've just picked up on my journey along the way. And I know that a lot of you guys have been asking for more from me on that kind of stuff, in addition to the music. And so while I've been in that process, I've also been doing a lot of soul searching and reflection around music and, just how I can actually monetize my career as an artist, as a speaker, as somebody that is interested in not only in making cool music and sharing it, but also really adding value and helping people heal and become better versions of themselves, become more authentic versions of themselves. And so in that process, I've been thinking a lot about inspiration because, one of the things that I've really committed to as a musical artist is always trying to stay consistent. So always almost every day if I can, getting in the studio for a couple hours, few hours, working on music. And I really am of the belief that, rather than waiting for inspiration to hit, rather than waiting for inspiration to strike, if you show up every day, if you show up at your desk, at your workspace, whatever it is for you, and you make yourself available to the muse will visit. But you have to show up. You have to take the first step in the tango with the muse, so to speak. And while I've been doing this, I've also been thinking a lot about what is my message? What is my purpose as an artist? In terms of why am I making art at all? Apart, maybe it's just because I like making cool beats. Maybe there's a deeper reason, but I think having some answer to that question and being open to that answer evolving and growing over time is really important. And so for any of you guys listening out there who are artists or healers or, trying to do your own thing, which I think is a lot of my audience, I think this is a really important question to ask yourself. What am I trying to say with my work? What am I trying to just say to the world? And, when I think about that question, I often think about Kashir, which is the name of my label, and the events that I do are branded with Kashir. And it's kind of, for those of you who don't know the story, it's basically like my life motto. It stands for create and share an honest, inspiring reality. So, the two key words in there are, create and share, but the two key words are honest and inspiring. So sort of everything I do in my life is with this purpose of being as authentic as possible. That's why I do these Scary Sundays and try to open up and be really vulnerable. I would hope and like to believe that my music is infused with that as well, always making decisions in the studio that favor my authenticity rather than what necessarily fits a genre or would sound cool or whatever other factors there might be. And then, inspiring, just trying to inspire people to be more honest, be more authentic with themselves and live the life that they want, not the life that has been conditioned into them. So as I was thinking about that and thinking about how to apply that to music, the honesty part makes a lot of sense. That's easy, not easy, but it's straightforward. It's simple. It's you just make authentic, you just make the music that you think is dope. Obviously, easier said than done, but only because of our own limiting beliefs about what we think is dope and our inability to trust and believe in our own taste, which we all struggle with as humans and artists. But the inspiration piece, I was struggling with a bit more in terms of how does that word inspiration, right? inspire the type of how does that actually influence the type of music that I'm making? And is that really a message? And what I kind of realized, and what I'd like to share with you guys, is I think for artists or anybody who's creating something with the purpose of like moving someone emotionally or having an impact on someone, inspiration is like baked into that, you know? And I'm really excited to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Like, I would love for people to disagree with me. This is just something that a realization I had. I feel like inspiration, that's like the vehicle for any art, you know? And then the question, the more specific question that I think every artist needs to answer that's unique to them is, who's driving in the vehicle? What is the vehicle actually transporting? Like, the vehicle is inspiration, but what are you actually trying to inspire in people? Are you trying to inspire people to dance in a nightclub and maybe you're like a house DJ? Cool. That could be like an inspiration. Are you trying to inspire people to like, feel like they're not alone and getting their heart broken, and you're going to write like a ballad album, and it's like the album's all like heartbreak songs, and the point is to let people know they're not alone? Cool. That's something that the inspiration is actually carrying, like a vehicle. And I think that that's a really important shift for artists to make. At least for me, it has been, looking at inspiration not as the end product that you're delivering to someone, but the vehicle that's actually delivering the thing that you're trying to inspire in people. And this is where, I really feel like the more you can hone in on what that is for you as an artist, and obviously it doesn't have to stay static, it can change as you evolve and grow, but at least now in this time, to think about, well, what is actually the feeling, or the thing that I'm trying to inspire in people? And who are those people? Like, who is the audience? Right. And that can really help you to distill down and clarify what it is that you should be doing as an artist, and basically like ruthlessly saying no to all the things that don't fit into that, to help you focus. Otherwise, there's just so many options, and with social media and stuff, like it's so easy to get lost in the sauce of like what other people are doing. So that's the Scary Sundays for today. It's this realization I had that like, to say that you want to inspire people as an artist, it's cool, but it's like very vague, right? It's very general. Like, I think all art at some level is doing that, whether or not they use that word or the artist wants to use that word or not. So how can we get more specific? And it doesn't necessarily even need to be as an artist. It can just be as a personal ethos, as a human. Like, what are your values? What do you want to inspire in the people around you? Whether you're doing it through music or just showing up at a party and just acting like yourself and being a certain way, having a certain energy. Do you want to inspire people to feel more free around you? Do you want to inspire people to feel like they can open up around you? Or if you are an artist, do you want to inspire people to feel like they're not alone, or like they can, in what specific situation do you want them to feel like they're not alone? So you can keep getting more and more specific. And, for me, as I've been doing a lot of soul searching around my project, and honestly, you guys I'm sure will hear more about this from me as the year goes on, and I start doing other projects that are more related to healing and like adding value to you guys, other than just like making dance music. For me, I'm actually like starting to kind of feel into how I can feel how there's just so much more for me than to just like be playing clubs, and like just like being a DJ. As much as fun as that is, like, I can feel how I can be of greater and more impactful service, focusing on other things as well. And having those realizations has been incredibly assisted by this realization that just saying you want to inspire people, that's like saying you want to drive a car. But then it's like, where do you want to drive the car to? Who's there when you get out of the car? Who are you driving to? What are you going to do with them? Like, it's, you can take that analogy pretty far. But yeah, that's the Scary Sundays for today. Inspiration is not the message, it's the vehicle that's carrying the message. And it's up to each one of us as unique, sovereign individuals and artists. Whether or not we consider ourselves artists or not, we're all creators of our reality. It's up to us to figure out what's in the vehicle. What are we trying to drive to the people in our lives? So, love you guys. Happy 2022. And I will see you in just a few days for the next Scary Sunday. Peace.